And it is that time of year again. With the election next Tuesday comes the onslaught of political ads. Our political reporter, Will Kenneally, has this reality check.
We've already seen a bunch of ads hit the airwaves in this election, which is on pace to be the most expensive Wisconsin Supreme Court race that we've ever seen. And driving a lot of that spending is Liberal candidate Janet Protasiewicz. A lot of these early ads present the opportunity for candidates to introduce themselves. And this is how Protasiewicz wants to make that first impression in front of voters.
I believe in a woman's freedom to make her own decision on abortion. It's time for a change.
If this sounds like an ad you might hear a legislator run, you're not alone. Protasiewicz is taking a little bit of a different tactic. We don't usually hear judges take stances on these kind of issues so overtly. But she's long said that she wants to make her values known to voters.
Extremists want to ban abortion,
Even in cases of rape and the health of the mother.
She's also taking a shot at the two conservative candidates in the race on what she perceives their stance to be on abortion. Here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Both candidates likely have their own personal views on abortion, but they have not taken public stances on the issue, have not made it part of their campaign. They've also said all along that they will not let their own personal views prejudge the cases that come before them. But they have been both endorsed by pro-life groups who likely view them as allies on the bench. You may have seen this and similar ads over the airwaves in the Madison market. That's because this spot was part of a $700,000 ad buy that the Protasiewicz campaign is running, the most by far out of any candidate. Conservative candidate Jennifer Doro has a smaller ad buy up on her own, and conservative candidate Dan Kelly has a third-party group running ads on his behalf. I'm Will Kenneally with this reality check.
And we'll have more coverage of this election heading into Tuesday, both on air and online at channel3000.com. And that includes this Sunday morning when we will feature our special report on the state Supreme Court primary. You will hear where the candidates stand on the issues and what is at stake in this election that is drawing national attention. We'll also hear from our expert panel breaking down why this race is expected to be the most expensive of its kind we have ever seen.
This is about power. And because if the liberals take over the majority of the court, they will overturn decades of rulings that some people don't like.
It's about whether our freedoms are going to expand or whether our freedoms are going to shrink. The Wisconsin Supreme Court will decide issues like abortion rights and voting rights and gerrymandered maps.
And you can see our full special this Sunday on For the Record after Face the Nation.